Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with more Full Metal Panic, Episode 4, Kidnap. We're about looking at things. We're almost done with Book 1 of the light novel, which I do want to talk a little bit about at the very end, but let's begin with the review of this chapter. So, the primary of this episode, not chapter, is the kidnapping. They're going to kidnap Chidori. She is a whispered, and they've taken her. Garon has hijacked the airplane and taken to the country known as Kanaka, the autonomous region. Which why Mithril doesn't call it Kanaka, I don't know, but whatever. It's an independent region off of China and a little bit of Russia. A little bit of a different country, a fictional country, and this is where Garn has made a deal in order to sell Chidori to. So he's taken to there, and although he does that, there's a little bit of what's the word? There is a little bit of theatrics to this kidnapping, but we'll get into that in just a sec. I really like this episode for a number of reasons because there's a lot of action packed, but also kind of into the mind of certain characters. We learn a little bit more detail about both Sasuke, Callan, Garon. And each of a little bit of their characters. And one of the going over with Garon. So there's a couple parts. So in the beginning, when he takes over the airplane, he shoots the pilot and just kind of cold blood, because the pilot just told him, just was lying to him, and he just shots him and he threatens the co-pilot or whatever about the same thing, and the guy from Kanaka is like, don't be, if you got this murder streak, keep that to yourself. Don't, you're lucky to have come to this country. We're taking you, and it's a big deal to go against Japan. Even though Japan at the time is, they don't have a proper military, so if they did, that would be a little bit of a different story. But and also going against the United States and UN, so this is a tricky business. But the other thing is, we kind of learn he's, I guess, a little bit of a coward, you could say. Chidori's teacher, when they come to go get Chidori, they're going to use a hostage and make a videotape to get demands, even if this is fake. The teacher just calls him a coward to use a young girl, and this definitely bothers him. And there's another character who calls him out as a coward as well, a little bit later. But he doesn't like the way she's told him he's a coward. He threatens. He's about to shoot her. Of course, Sasuke prevents that. But the next time, when he takes Chidori and gets her examined for the Whisper to activate her abilities, the scientist girl calls him a coward for bringing an AS, a slave unit known as the Catarol, because we'll see a little bit of preview in the next episode, but it is a type of AS. It's pretty defensive, but she calls him a coward as well because he doesn't trust if Kanaga doesn't hand up the bargain, and he's always using kind of defensive measures, being very violent to use his ways. He's not, I guess, reasonable. I'm not 100% how I would consider him a coward. I mean, he's always thinking of using an escape plan, and he's not very trusting of people. I don't know. He's always using some sort of means to defend. I don't know. I sort of see it, but I sort of don't. But he's always got a backup plan. He's always willing to threaten people. He has no moral guns. He's just in it for the money, and he doesn't trust. I guess doesn't trust other people. I guess I get a different form of cowardly nature. So yeah, he gets rough with the scientist and is like, all right, hurry this job up, even though it's going to take a long time. It's about 6 hours is essentially the time frame for this to activate. So he's got a little bit of. So there's a long while before the inevitable happens, and that's the destruction of the airplane. So while she's getting examined, Sasuke manages to get into the the back of the airplane. He gets his satellite phone and he's about to make a phone call, but then the the kind of people bring in a bomb, say like don't use any communications around here because it will set off, and so Sosuke exits the plane, calls Mithril, and we learn a little bit. We learn the details that Callan, and he communicates Mithril and tells him that it's Garon, and this is where we learn that Callan and Sosuke have been buddies for a very long time since Sasuke has been kids. An interesting point to mention is this is the younger version, so these two have been as friends, and they learned of Garon. He's a very evil person. He's killed probably, let's say close, maybe around 60-ish people, give or take, maybe more. And he snipes them. We do get to see there is wound evidence that he was sniped, so they thought that it was someone else, but turns out it was actually him. He just managed to survive. Garon is very known for surviving. But Sasuke looks kind of cool like this. I'm curious if, like, in the marriage part of the in the future, if she will ever get to see this side of him or talk about how he's long hair or whatever. Because maybe the wife wants, maybe Chidori wants a long haired guy, see a different look to him. But so yeah, we do get to see this moment, and we do get to see that he does have a bit of a wound right there. But from there, Callan says, your job is to protect the students and the teachers. We'll take care. Chidori can be fine. We can leave her. The life of many outweighs the life of the few. However, that is not an option for Sasuke. Near the end of the episode, Callan's thinking he will fall through, but we've learned that he's had other encounters with the Whispered, like something had gone wrong and another one had died, or someone he really cared about had passed away, and so he's very conflicted, and it's kind of a cool moment, just seeing his character just like not knowing what to do. I enjoyed the characterization, just seeing him flinching, and also potentially that he might, because he does have flashbacks to Chidori, so there's also feelings for her as well that's starting to develop. So we can see that the love interest is like maybe a two-way street, or he just really does care about her. The orders don't matter. Her life means something to her, and kind of going forward with there is a bit of a lunch triangle with the other character Tessa. I will get about that, but we can you could maybe infer, like, she said that it takes a special kind of person to do it, and she kind of hints maybe it's her, and based on the way Sasuke's rephrased the question. So this is the kind of woman he needs. Well, it's, like I said, a very nice moment. But we do get to see Sosuke in action. So this is the person that's the representative for Kaneka. He actually finds Sosuke after he makes his phone call. The two have a fight, and he beats him up. Kind of a nice moment as well. But then there's basically the operation where Mithril is like they're gonna send in 2 carrier planes to rescue the students, and they're also going to use ASs. And the priority is the students. If they lose the ASs, destroy them. It's a risky business. And there's like basically from touchdown is like 5 minutes, which hold on. Not who is it? Kurtz Weber makes the comment that is a long time to be up in the air. So it is so things could go wrong. But with that, I'm going to end the episode here. So I do want to talk a little bit about this. There is a bit of a frame in mind of when this episode is going to end. Season 1 basically bumps up to volume 2 of the light novel, and I'm thinking I'm going to read the light novel once I get done with basically when it gets done. I'm going to do a little bit of research, figure out when it does. So we'll kind of have it a little bit interspersed with that. And also, I might also do the funny episodes, funny business as well. Like if we have a comedic episode, I'll read the light novel version and do that as well. Potentially, I'm gonna still think about it, but I kind of do want to do some little bit of dispersing because we do have Digimon Time Stranger coming in October, and we do have a lot of time. But I gotta watch the clock and make sure everything's going smoothly. But enough about that. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful Friday. Today is Summer Game Fest, so maybe you'll see a game that you're interested in. We got gaming news Wednesday, so with PlayStation Direct, maybe they'll send me some new stuff that you want to do. Anyway, I'll see you. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys next time.